Okay. Um, Sorry, can you all see this file folder on my screen?
No.
Oh, you can't see that. Okay. Well, I have a file on my screen, right? Like a folder with the file in it, right? And to see it, all I got to do is just click it and drag it onto the viewport. Can you all still not see anything?
Yes, we cannot.
Oh, okay. Well, I just took a file, dragged it literally on my viewport, and then it should open. Yep. So that's how you would open up a scene. Just drag it on. I mean, sometimes that works, right? If it doesn't work, like um by going here to like file and then recent and doing this, because sometimes I have weird issues with that too. So if that doesn't work, go to open scene and find it, or just open up a new scene in Maya, find the file and drag it in. And sometimes that you know it's a way to do it. And it's just as easy as dragging it on your viewport and letting go. I think Photoshop has something like that. I don't think I do it with Photoshop, but I think it has a setting like that. Okay. So new scene. Oh, you know what? I might as well do it for this. So I have a folder up here with the animated logo. I'm just taking it, dragging and dropping. Here we go. Okay. Now, why did this do something weird before? Yeah, I just think you pressed like 3. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Pressing 3 does that. Okay. So this is good. This is really cool. Just a quick thing I'm just gonna see. This is like gonna be my little edit version. Just because I'm a big fan of beveling. So if I double clicked on this, would it bevel? Oh, okay. The way you made it, I guess this doesn't make it an edge loop. Let me see this. But if I take this right here, Control E, go to thickness, offset. That won't work either. Okay. Q. It stays as is. Okay, so if you want to, I think you said you're rotating this. So at this frame, it's that way. At this one, yeah, I see what's happening. Okay. So if this is the way you want it and like this is like perfect, what we can do is this. I'm gonna actually duplicate this. So Control D. So this is group will. I'll hide this one. Um, I don't see any keyframes. So how's this being animated? Now there's something else I'm gonna show
So,
you. Hmm?
so I went back to watch the video, and I don't have like the F. Did you create your own workspace?
Oh yeah, this right here. Yeah, that's something I made. But all it
Yeah,
is really is this. That is
yeah.
my
I used the animation workspace because it reminds because when I didn't have like the bar at the bottom too, it just reminded me of Adobe Animate, but I don't know why it's not showing up on yours. But if you just press play, like what I did, it just like played for some reason on mine. I don't know why it won't do it on
no
yours.
no yours did it. So like watch. If I hide this, I just made that group.
Oh
You,
yeah.
so yours plays. I was just wondering why I didn't see your keyframes. So I'm gonna
Uh,
go to something else. It's something, it's another window for you animators or people who want to get in more. Animation
Animation.
editor, graph editor. So if I go here, um, I should be able to see the keyframes. I just didn't know where they were at. So this is showing me, okay, you have keyframes, bottom of lip. Okay. Oh yeah, you have keyframes on individual objects, which is totally understandable. But what we're gonna do is I'm gonna select them all, and then I'm gonna go hold, well, this is the one that you made, so I'll just make mine over again. But if I was to delete this, if I want to delete these keyframes, I would just
Mm-hmm.
do shift, drag, and
Okay.
then right click, and then I would delete these if I was to do that. And if you want to edit them, you can go to one of them, shift, drag,
Yeah.
and, move it or whatever like that, right?
But I do, so like you were saying earlier, how do I just start, like how do you save the play blast?
Oh, you just go like this. You right click on the timeline, you click on the options box, you take the
Okay.
quality all the way to 100, you take the scale all the way to 100, you click on save the file, and then you do browse, and then you put it to wherever you want to have
Okay.
it. Yep.
Thank you.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So this one right here, let me hide this for you. I'll do the will one, right? So everything's in group will, and when everything's in this group, yeah, because you had the individual items animated. So I'm just gonna animate the whole group, and how I'll do that is I'll just go to one, click on the timeline, no, click S to set the keyframe, and then I'll go to, I don't know, let's go to 100, and I'll do this. I'll turn it all the way around. Ooh, wait a minute. That pivot's kind of weird. So let's do this. Ah, okay. You see how your pivot's off? Well, it's not necessarily off. It could be like that if you want it to be like that. But how it's moving like that. So I'll click on the top of my group, center pivot. So it's definitely in the center. And I'll delete this keyframe since it was made badly. So I'll just, yeah, easy. Oh, and also we can do this. Since the pivot is right there, I can press D. Wait, not D. Move it down. It just depends on where you want it. It could be up here. And then, we can, rotate right here or down there. It just depends on where you like the, I guess, the gizmo or whatever. Or it can be in the center. Doesn't matter. All right, so it's there. I press S for the keyframe. Let's go to 100. What happened? Oh yeah, go to 100. And then I'll just turn this around. Or I can go right here and just type in 360. All right, so it's back at the other side and press S again. S, S. So it turns a full rotation in that time. Now here's something to note, right? If I press play, you see how it kind of like slows down? I mean, it starts off kind of like slow, like it cranks up and then it gets normal and then
Yeah.
it kind of goes down. Now that's
Yeah.
something called a Bezier curve. So I just want to show you this. If I go to Windows, animation, graph editor, it's because these keys have like a ease in, ease out. So that means like it eases in and then it eases out. It's kind of like a S, but very like subtle. And so if you wanted to just be like solid, like quick, you just select these points. You select this point, shift. And the only reason these other points are here because when I press S to set the keyframe, it keyframes translate, rotate, it keyframes all those, even though we just need this 360, right? So if I want to, I could like do break connection and all these other ones and, or I could have just like set those keyframes up or just, you know, right click on this and set the key. Matter of fact, I think I'm going to do it just to show you how to do it. Since I already just showed you how to animate that way, I'll just go here, click on this, and I'll right click on this, set key, and then I'll go to 360 at 0. 360, set key. So just to let you know, you can do it that way. And animation editor, graph editor. So what we'll do is we'll select this and we're going to go to this right here, this stick. Wait, it's not lighting up a name, but it's supposed to say linear. Maybe if I right click, I think it might do the same thing. Okay, it does it here too, linear, right? So now that's a straight line, and this one is also a linear, but I think I could do them all at the same time too. Yep. So this just means like it's automatically on, you know, and it goes straight to the end correctly. Like with no like ease in, ease out.
Mm-hmm.
So just letting you know you can do that. I'm gonna save this and send it to you.
Thank you.
All right. Um, all right. So, oh yeah. So turning off the sky dome. So if I go to my Arnold lights, sky dome, sky dome's here. All right, this. So we're gonna go to color. I'll go to file. Go to this. What can y'all see on my computer? Can you see this Maya file open? Or you just see the Maya like screen?
Yeah, we see the open thing.
Oh, okay. So I don't know what this HDRI is. Ooh. Yeah. I don't know if I'd like to live there. Okay. So if I want to, like if, all right, let me show you to me. Actually never really go there. I always really like going to this. Okay,
Can you send me the HDRI?
well, you know where to get the best HDRIs from, right?
I've been using HDRI Haven.
Oh yeah. I think that's where I got this from.
Okay, I also wanted to like do a nightclub look, but it didn't look right. Like I wanted it to look like there's like different like lights illuminating it, but I think I'm just gonna have to make it myself.
Let me see this thing. 200. Yeah, this is I don't know. This one's a funny one. But let's just send it to 0.01. And then I never do this, but I'm just seeing if it works on this. But I never, yeah, I don't know. This HDRI is strange. It's very like blown out to me. Well, anyway, if you want to change the direction, which could be the issue, we just rotate it. So this is how, sorry, I forget your
Wait,
name.
you have to
Oh,
reshare the screen.
my bad, yo. Okay. So my fault. Yeah, if you want to rotate the HDRI to get the different looks, we can just do this. So for whoever had the kitchen with the light that was real harsh, you can kind of like, you know, do something like this. And you know, get your perfect spot, or you can use different HDRIs. Now, let's say you don't want to see the HDRI. This is how you do it. You go over here to the camera and you take it to 0. So right now we can see it, but if we do like a regular render like this, I still see it. So, oh, and to stop this is how I do it, right? I touch this, like, remember, I've been dealing with Maya for a while, so it's kind of weird, but you have to touch, like, tap, tap, and then press escape. Tap, tap, escape. And then, like, this thing will stop. Otherwise, it'll keep on going. So I could have sworn it was camera, but maybe it wasn't camera. I'm pretty sure it was camera. Let's try. It shouldn't even be diffused. This should definitely turn off the HDRI. That's why I'm kind of not sure why this wouldn't happen. Let me try this. Give another render. Okay.
Yeah, how do you save without the HDRI in the back?
For every other time for me, I've just been able to turn off the camera right here, and then it works. So that's why I'm not sure why this time it's not doing that. Let's go to diffuse, maybe. I'm pretty sure it's camera. I'm gonna come back to that one because I'm not sure why that would happen. Yeah, I'll come back to this one. I'll just go through the rest of them. All right, play blast. Okay, so like if I have this and I want to have a different scene, let me just delete this, right? Or I want to have a different camera. Well, let's make one camera up first, right? So I can create a camera from view. Where's it? I thought a camera's, oh. All right, so that's Willcam 1. So let's say if I want to make a quick like camera animation and I still want it to be like this, I'm gonna do this. So I just click that, press F. Oh, actually, I think you should start in the pose. I mean, in the position you want it to be like the last one. That's just my suggestion, but you know, if the internet or other places tell you something better, go for it. So if I have this right here, I'm gonna click on my camera because I'm in my camera, and I'm just gonna press S, and I'll go over here. I can zoom out and I can press S. So we have this. So that can be our thing. So we could have that as like one camera. And then I can say, all right, Control D, give me another camera. Just will cam. I don't like that one. I like O2. Some will cam O2. And then I can do kind of like, maybe I'm in here like this. For this one, click on this, S. And then maybe I'm like, I don't know, coming from the top or something. And then we can see it gets real whack right in this area, right? So somewhere in the middle of this, or I could do it like in fourths. Sometimes I cut it into fourths. So I'm like, all right, 1, 2, 3, 4, or I'll cut it in the middle. So let's just do that. Maybe have it in a frame where it's still in the center. So S. So we're always still looking at it maybe. Then maybe I should have it a bit farther out. It's this part right here that I don't like so much. Okay, so then this will be like my second camera. And you can do something like this, Or what you can do is if like your animation, if this is different and your cameras aren't the only ones moving, you can just make another file and then, you know, switch it up for that and have it be like shot number 2 or something like that. As always, to write out the play blast, right click on the box. So you always got to click. So if you just want to like see it in the viewport, click on this. You want to see on the box. I mean, you want to save it. You save it like this. You open up this 100, 100. I mean, 101 save file. This can sometimes make your. Let me see if it does it for this. Okay, I got it. It might not make a difference in something like this, but sometimes it does. If you have like a scene with a lot of stuff in it. Yeah, if this had like more like, you know, geometry around it, we could see like the ambient occlusion and it probably look cool. Or I did the multiple parts. Okay, three-point lighting, right? So 3-point lighting is you have a main light, a fill light, and a rim light, right? So by this, I guess the quick explanation would be like this. I'll grab myself an area light and check this out too. I'm gonna get inside that light. I'm gonna select that light. 2 ways to do it. You can, well, I guess it'd be just one way. Go to look through selected. So now I'm in my light, right? See how it says area light? So I'm gonna place this where I need to go. So I want it to be something like, let's say this, and I'll get out of my light right now. Maybe scale it up or like this maybe. And then all we have to do really is get in our side of our render camera. See what it's doing. And of course, you know, 2, 3. We take it, we chop it down. We chop it down some more. Just do something a little different. So get something like this, lightish blue. All right, I'll do the same thing, Control D. What is it? It's the main light. This will be my fill light. So now I'm just gonna go over to the fill. And what filling, well, I'll show you on Google what this is. Filling is basically filling in the dark areas that this thing misses. So just go something like this. Maybe bring it back a little bit. We'll do a play. And this time I'll change this one to one of these like warmer kind of colors. I guess depending on the materials, it'll give it a different look, right? And then what we'll do is we'll make a rim light. And what rim light is, it's like the back of the object. Like almost like if you see somebody who's like standing with the sun behind them and then like the light's kind of like wrapping around the back of their head type of thing. And so for that, I'll just make sure that I have it in a nice spot and like this one. I'm just gonna flip it like this. Put it up in the sky. So this was like red, blue. I'll make this one like a little greener. So it's called a rim light because it like kind of goes over the rim. Like I said, this is kind of like harsh lighting. I think it's mainly because of the materials. So I think, I don't know what kind of material put on here, but if I took this, assign the material, Arnold, yeah, standard. Yeah, a lot of the lights like overblown, I guess. But yeah, if it's me, I'm doing this. I'm doing this, and I'm going here. I almost always use a sky dome light now, even if it's like for something really subtle. I'm always gonna use it. Let's get this one. Oh, look, a nice nighttime one. And then, you know, playing with this if need be. But it's really just a matter of these materials, I think, getting these things to look yeah. So, but this dome, I'm really not sure because that, oh, okay, it's doing it now, right? You saw me do that. I've been doing that for like a while, and now it just worked. So I turned off the camera, and now we're getting the HDRI only. I mean the logo only. Ooh, that looks good. If I don't say so myself. I mean, you helped a little bit, but you know, the modeler helped a little bit. But Will brought it to life. Okay, so HDRI rotate, the light field, different angles. Okay, I did all that. What I'll do now is new scene. Let's mess with Alexis's scene. So download. Now you were trying to get some, what was it? Light in the cracks, right? Only thing is, this is it's at an angle where it's which one of these are good to work on? Only because that's at a strange you see what I'm saying? Is at the angle. So I like to work on things when they're like
Yeah,
straight.
those are all just like different versions. So any of those.
So these will work? Okay. All right. If I was to make something like, and you said you want to lights to be coming through the cracks of this?
Yes.
Hmm. One way we can do that, how would I do that? Guess we could try this. Taking these faces right here. And then turning them into geometry light. Let's see if that works. Could work, maybe not, maybe so. Let's see. All right, Arnold, and standard surface. I don't even know if that did it exactly, but I'm gonna go to Arnold, lights, mesh light, no transformer selected. What if I shift right click, extract faces? So now we just have this right here. Let's call that light face. And if I selected this and went to Arnold and went to mesh light, I think it might have worked. Let's see. Press play. It's doing something. Which one was it? It was this one. Hmm. I'm gonna try this. Control D. I'll try to center this. Wow, where's that pivot? Hmm. I don't know if you can, but because really, if you just make, it's it's possible what I'm thinking of. It's just like you just have to make there. There just has to be some geometry that's lit, and I'm just trying to figure out how to create it. I don't know if you'd have to create it yourself. Because, all right, like let's say this, your mouse button. If I wanted this to be glowing, you know, it's easy. I just go to this, lights, mesh light, and then, you know, do whatever. And then if I do the render, even there it's off. Oh, you got to go to light visible. I can't tell if there's another light or what. Is that it? Ah, okay. That was it. That other light was throwing me off. Okay, yeah, so it is working. It's like you have to split that. Well, you have to separate that face. So you can do it as long as you do this. Take the faces that you want to emit light, select them, press 4, 5, shift right click. You have to extract those faces so that they're a separate object. Select those faces, go to Arnold's, Lights, Mesh Light, and now it seems like you can go here. And then crank up the intensity of that light. But I think because the area is kind of like tight, it's a little bit hard to get in there. So maybe you could make a piece of geometry to go in between that, or maybe even, I guess, take one of these and extrude it. Oh yeah, so this thing's about to end, but what I want is for next class, I think we don't have class on Wednesday. I'm gonna send out an email, but I like to see final renders of room and final renders of the logo. Like I said, I'll send it in an email.
Okay.
But yeah, this right here, if we do a control